Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers indicate that fans can already tell that Claire Newman is getting the ick from Kyle Abbott as his allure is slowly starting to fade. Claire believes he is better than trying to scheme to bring Audra Charles down. During the Friday, May 23rd episode, Claire hated the fact that Kyle was being deceitful, and she encouraged him to do better and be better. Unfortunately, the newness of their romance is wearing off, and Kyle is starting to show his true colors. At the end of the day, he's an entitled, spoiled brat who wouldn't be where he is if Jack Abbott weren't his father. While Kyle is trying to act like a mover and shaker in the cosmetics world, he is far from it. Claire was right to warn Kyle about getting involved with Audra at any level, even if the end game is to ruin her and her new company. At the end of the day, the facial expressions Claire has given during recent scenes with Kyle have said it all. From her look of disgust while chatting over breakfast, Kyle is showing Claire who he really is, and she is starting to take notice. As Kyle talked about trapping Audra during the May 23rd episode to Claire's constant looks of disappointment during the May 26th show when Kyle chose meeting Audra for a drink over dinner with Claire, we can see the writing on the wall. Looking ahead, during the Wednesday, May 28th show, Kyle and Claire will put a plan in motion. Audra recently proposed a publicity war between her new company and Jabot, something Kyle agreed to think about. Will he place his stamp of approval on it? Will he and Claire think of a scheme to turn the tables on the brunette with this in mind? Depending on what plan Claire and Kyle come up with, could this scheme blow their romance out of the water? The Young and the Restless spoilers imply that perhaps Audra won't need to seduce Kyle to make him look like a bad boyfriend, as he's proving this all on his own through his behavior. Will Claire dump Kyle because of his deceitfulness? Fans will have to stay tuned to the CBS soap to find out. So much for being friends forever, right? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that it will be Hope that will end up betraying Steffi first. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. Hope will betray Steffi first. As many fans of the show know, Steffi and Hope are putting their decade-long feud to the side for the sake of Liam Spencer, who is supposedly dying of a brain tumor. During the latest episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, the two women even hugged and made up. After all, both women do share children with him and want the best for their children, even though they have a history of not getting along with each other. Needless to say, B&B fans have shared their thoughts on where this storyline is going. Some even wrote comments on social media such as, "It most likely won't be Steffi since she has everything she really wants," meaning Hope has to do something. How long before Hope does something to break up their unity? Steffi has everything she needs? Another B&B fan wrote, "Steffi has had everything she wanted since she fell in love with Finn, and has still needlessly pot-stirred and revived the old, tired Logan vs. Forrester beef, so there's not much stopping her from doing it again." And then there was this additional comment as well, "Steffi has everything she wants and has been a miserable B*TCH for years. What's to stop her from doing it again? Will she be able to stay out of it when Ridge and Brooke reunite? Will Hope be upset that Steffi brought Daphne to town to seduce Carter? Of course, the Bold and the Beautiful fans will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Kyle Abbott and Audra Charles are stubborn. They think they'll easily fool and defeat each other, which implies danger for both characters. Claire Newman and Holden Novak heard Kyle and Audra speak with certainty. They are playing a cat-and-mouse game, with their glissade grudge fueling current plots. Kyle believes he's reeling in Audra for another takedown, but he doesn't know the details of the plan she's attempting to execute for Victor Newman. Victor Newman dislikes them both. Victor is a snake. Audra should know better, but she's convinced the second transactional arrangement with the mustache can work. Nate Hastings doesn't know the details of his significant other's reconnection with Victor. If Nate did, he'd likely demand she abandon this risky plan immediately. Audra is being positioned to lure Kyle into believing she wants to restart their relationship. While she's not being asked to make that happen, Victor doesn't care what happens as long as Claire becomes aware of it and presumably dumps Kyle. Victor is setting up Kyle for failure and Audra for a double cross. Kyle Abbott won't let it go. Kyle is trying to make amends with his parents by returning to the fold. He and his father, Jack Abbott, are running Jabot again, and all is well. Jack advised Kyle not to go off course again and wouldn't like to know about the plan to trick Audra. However, Mueller's character intends to do so. However, Jack would be up for Kyle sticking it to Victor because Braeden's infamous persona has renewed his vendetta against the Abbott family. However, Kyle's distraction isn't good for business. He needs to solely focus on co-heading the family's cosmetics company rather than seeking revenge against Audra, who can't hurt him unless he lets her or makes a foolhardy mistake. Claire Newman seeks peace and happiness. Claire has fallen in love with her reclaimed family and Kyle. The Newmans, her father, Cole Howard, and Kyle have quickly become essential parts of her normalized life. Distrusting Audra represents a good gut instinct. Like many in Genoa City, Wisconsin, Claire doesn't want to be associated with her, and she is also urging Kyle not to play games with the woman who was part of a recently troubled period in his life. Achieving peace between the Abbotts and Newmans has been the task of many through the years in Genoa City, Wisconsin. While Claire's shocking reappearance gives her a unique edge, the chances she'll realize her goal seem slim. Plus, Jabot's prosperity isn't aided by the petty grudge Kyle is pursuing, which he should realize. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, May 26th, indicate some bombshells on the horizon in Genoa City as a new week kicks off. Someone places their friend in a difficult position, while another makes a vow, and a character tells their new friend a secret. What's set to unfold during Monday's show? Time to dive in. Phyllis Summers' awkward request. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, May 26th, suggest that Phyllis Summers will put Amanda Sinclair in a difficult position. Sounds like this might have to do with potentially putting a good word in for Red with Aristotle Dumas. Phyllis knows that Amanda is pretty close to the mysterious billionaire, thanks to being his lawyer, so will she ask her bestie to see if he can change his mind about investing in her business venture? Then again, maybe Phyllis will ask for a meeting with Dumas. Will Amanda tell her to take a number and get in line? Read this. The Young and the Restless spoilers. Cole's grim diagnosis forces Claire to reevaluate everything. Billy Abbott's promise across town. Billy Abbott will make a promise to Sally Spectra. Considering the situation they are in, not only boyfriend and girlfriend but business partners, perhaps Billy vows success on all fronts. Then again, he may promise that whatever happens with Abbott. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, and updates. The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Kyle Abbott and Audra Charles are stubborn. They think they'll easily fool and defeat each other, which implies danger for both characters. Claire Newman and Holden Novak heard Kyle and Audra speak with certainty. They are playing a cat and mouse game, with their glissade grudge fueling current plots.